Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So, today we ended up getting ourselves two new troops, both of which are interesting. One is good, one is questionable. But the good one's, oddly enough, the lower rarity one, the Leprechaun that came in through Glory, as well as event keys if you want to get it that way. But the one that is kind of weird is the Dragon. It's, I still feel like it's way too random to ever bother using. It's a fun concept of a troop. It just that it doesn't have the extra turn, so it doesn't really have that really high impact that Fizzbang does. So, I don't know, unless it's doing like 2 or 3 of its effects every time, which there's no guarantee that will happen, it's not really worth using. And it's just way too inconsistent to ever depend on. So, yeah, it's not really that good. If you need a Fairy Fire team, you're generally just going to be running Queen Titania or Glitterclaw, and that's about it. It's still not really worth using Suna. It's still not worth using, I keep forgetting the new name of that dragon, but another dragon that just came in today. They're just not really that good, unfortunately. But the Leprechaun is, not in the context of Key Team. It is actually quite underwhelming in the Key Team, for the most part. It's decently slower. But it is pretty decent in various Bronze Lock pistol versions of just any Bronze Lock pistol team, really. Because Bronze Lock pistol does not require all that gold immediately to be very effective. So you start getting that gold gradually and just get a really gigantic mana start that automatically goes right into pistol. It basically just goes, assuming you're using half mana anything on hero, you just go basically the Leprechaun into pistol into boom, you already got like 1/3 of your gold, if not more. So ends up working out pretty well in that regard. Also, we have a lot of gems right now. We've been hoarding actually a decent amount of them lately. I think mainly last week is what ended up helping a good deal with that. But anyways, of course, one of the ones for taking out lower stuff is basically just this with a Leprechaun on it. It's really low damage initially, but it does get its mana quicker than the other team. But the biggest issue here is we'll have like a area where we just don't have anything, and now there's many instances where right here would not be enough damage. But if they have lower stats, like in dungeons or 1 or 2 trophy PvP and stuff like that, it would work. You only still cast it once though, similar to how you cast a Greed, in that you cast it, then you start going into Egg Thief, then you start going into Key, and that's basically that. But the only difference is you initially do not start with all the damage you need. Which, with this kind of team, it's a little bit more annoying. And this time around, we didn't even need it. You just go straight in that. Keep using Egg Thief. You didn't even need to cast it a single time. But that's also where it fails a little bit more, because if we did have a Greed, we could have maxed that gold without any downtime. Whereas we do potentially have to lose our turn whenever we want more gold. Either this doesn't do enough damage to kill, this doesn't land an extra turn, or this doesn't land an extra turn. Whereas Greed already does it on automatic. You finally unlocked Fangowolf. Very nice. Is there a quick soul farming team currently using Mountain Crusher, Fangowolf, Cabarrus? Not that I'm aware of. Are you trying to use it for PvP or just in general? If you're trying to do it on the just normal battles, you're probably better off using or just going to a low-level challenge. Unless you're doing an Explorer. But any kind of quick kill troop like Sunbird or something would still be what you'd want to put on there. And just have the mana accumulation or to get the souls off of something. Something like Dragon Soul. Well, I guess Dragon Soul Rowan then. In that case, if you're going to use Dragon Soul because they're the same color. And have you noticed that glory events that give the arcane, we need most wait, what? We need most of our all happening now around Christmas. I didn't notice that last year. But yeah, we haven't gotten an arcane event for a while, have we? Or not an arcane event, but you know, a trait stone event where you get an extra trait stone every single time you use a thing in PvP, the little gnome thing, at least this week. Let's go back to this one. I feel like I should revamp this to not have Tinseltail though. Like I wanted to go and do a Tinseltail team, But, I don't know, it's just not worth using. Let's just use something actually good with the whole gnome thingy. Also, has anyone else been noticing this? I noticed this as of this morning, where the name sometimes just doesn't show up on the second troop. It's kind of weird. Like, it goes completely blank. Anyways, let's run with this one time, because we do have the new dragon. Might as well use it a little bit. But biggest issue with it is it's too inconsistent. Not just that, but at 4 times speed, it is really hard to see what it actually does. Just because it's doing so many things at once. But it looks like it got everything there except the AoE. So it got the HP gain, and it got the magic gain, and it got the explosion. Well, it always gets the magic gain. So it got the explosion, and it got the HP gain. So they did 2 of the 3. Normally we'd want to cast this on Fairy Fire, but we haven't taken a green yet. So no Fairy Fire. We can keep throwing this on green. That's one of the reasons for Humility too. It looks like we just got the AoE and nothing else. Should have actually done that on red. Normally you also cast them on Skulls or Doom Skulls. Speaking of that, let's actually do that on Doom Skulls on that board. Ah, it missed. It's gonna hit us with a bunch of damage. But at least even if we take damage and even if he dies, we're still gaining stuff for it. We're gaining a bunch of magic for our entire team and a little bit of armor. So it's not like he's just doing damage to us. He's also increasing our damage by hitting that much damage on us. Well, we can go explode this. We have this other weapon. Problem here is he's gonna eye us. And that's gonna lead to us probably losing soon after. We'll throw this down. Whoa, that's a big AoE. I forgot. You got a lot of magic, didn't you? Wow, that's a decent amount of damage. But that's mainly because of Humility, more so than the troop itself. Any troop would do that much damage if it does full AoE. Probably even more consistently, since it'd be 100% instead of a percent chance. Let's see, how much magic did we get on this? So that's enough to go get a kill. Still gonna have to deal with this thing, though. Can't really help that, though. Don't kill the pistol! Almost. Let's see. I'll throw a pistol down because it's probably gonna die here. There we go. Kill it with a 7 damage. Look at that. We actually get some kind of usefulness out of Thief. We'll throw this down. Got our explosion. Nice. Still alive. Oh, we got an HP gain too, so we didn't die. But as you can see, it's definitely not the greatest of things. This little dragon thing. It is just so random. It's really cute though. I just wish it was viable. It's almost like the level of Leviathan, in that you would almost never use it, even though it's a okay dragon. How do I still have this preset saved? Clear filter, apply. Clear filter, save filter. There we go. Okay, but let's go make a bronze lock pistol leprechaun team of some kind, because I feel like this base will be probably one of the best ones for leprechaun specifically, because bronze lock pistol does not immediately require all the gold. It can still function very well with a minimal amount of gold, and leprechaun would just give him full mana immediately. So now we just need to figure out 2 other components to make this work. And that's the problem right now. Let's see. Color-wise, we might as well put a Ward Breaker in front of it then. Like Ward Breaker, Glitter Claw. Oh, actually, Glitter Claw would be blocked. Let's see. Ward Breaker and something else would work from there. I guess we could even just go Gorgolfa at that point. What do we need from a coloration standpoint? Oh, no, that's actually literally every color. Okay, we could go another Empower, like a Mercy or... doesn't Empower do green currently? I don't think so. Is there an empowered green? There's an empowered denial of green. That's the exact opposite of what we need. Same as you. You deny... Why do 2 of them deny greens? I need the exact opposite of that mechanic. Yeah, none of them do that. At least consistently. He does blue. Yeah, none of the first turn converts have that, unfortunately. So, plan B. What's plan B? I need some way to feed that mana very quickly. We could also just put a frontline tank. I guess ideally, Scurvy Sea Dog? No, we don't need that much mana into Hero. We only have 1 blue. He does do blue, right? I'm pretty sure he does blue. Transform all greens to blue. Wow, there's 3 things that deny green. I didn't even realize that. He denies all green to brown. This one denies all green to purple. And this one denies all green to blue. I thought only 2 of them were. Okay, wow. That's like almost every single thing that has empowered converts it out. The only one that doesn't is Mercy, who does purple, of course. Mercy's still the best one of them. But anyways, that's not going to work unless we're going to go use a Firebomb. So plan B is something that is a good support for this. I'm just trying to figure out what that would be. Almost feel like putting a Chameleon first slots. Almost exactly what we had, except actually using Ward Breaker instead of that useless dragon thing. It'd basically be the same premise. Forest Troll, it uses the same color as Hero though, and we're currently not using Titan, so I can't actually use any of the trolls. When in doubt, Megavore. The problem with that though is I don't know if we'd get a Megavore before Ward Breaker, and that's a lot of mana to have to fill, to have to go out of our way for. We could go a Fairy Fire option. We actually don't have Fairy Fire. So with that being said, let's actually go Glitter Claw, since that's a much better Fairy Fire option than what we were previously using. And yeah, that would be our team then. So yeah, Bronze Lock Pistol, Ward Breaker, Leprechaun, and Glitter Claw. Glitter Claw does create green, but it's only blue to green, specifically. But that still feeds back into Ward Breaker, and it still gives us Fairy Fire. Okay, now we just need to figure out what we want for our banner. Double yellow actually isn't awful. We don't really need anything for Bronze Lock Pistol. Can't really go blue since we're going to be denying it off the other thing. Could go minus purple since, well, he's divisible by 3, so that's probably not a good idea. Oh no, I think we just go double yellow, or even double green actually. Probably be a little bit better. There we go. We'll go with that. And we'll rename this to not Magic Dragon. There we go. I fixed the name of the team. Okay, throw down our explosions. Grab all that. Speaking of explosions, grab all that. Now we have Ward Breaker. Now we just went off a Ward Breaker. And now we just need to get Glitter Claw's mana. Actually, to get Glitter Claw's mana, I'm just going to do that. And now we cast Glitter Claw, ideally. I'll waste my turn for it. Why not? So we'll do that. We obviously get nothing out of it. Oh, she's taking those purples. Oh no, the web! Oh, we still do 5 damage per thing, increased by damage. That's a little bit annoying, but it's actually not going to affect us too much. Actually, yeah, it does. Let's see. We'll go and do that. Kills it out. That's insane that we could still do so much damage even while completely webbed. Almost all of our damage is based on magic, yet we can still do insane damage. But hopefully this web goes away soon. There we go. Okay. One of our more important troops got unwebbed. Why does he have so much stealthy? Can't target anything with pistol. It's irrelevant. Not like it has much damage at the moment, but still. I actually like this team. It's an interesting concept. Though it is a pretty standard Ward Breaker Glitter Claw. Ward Breaker Glitter Claw is relatively common, kind of. I don't think too many people bother using it these days, but it's been good ever since Glitter Claw came out.